So my wife and I are foodies, and we've been on 50 cruises, and about a third of them have been on Royal Caribbean. We feel qualified to evaluate the specialty dining offered on Royal Caribbean. Enjoy. Well, first there's Sabre, the Mexican restaurant. So there has been several incarnations of Mexican restaurants that we've seen on the Oasis class. We went to one that was called like Readers on the Allure of the Seas, and I think that that's been replaced now with Playmakers, and Playmakers is going to replace this one here. I had the fish tacos that you see here, and frankly they were great. The margaritas were great too. My wife thought that what she had was okay. I guess what's wrong about Sabre is that it doesn't feel Mexican. It's missing the Mexican flair. It was okay. It's not very expensive, and there are some good menu items, but it seems to be missing something. So at Jamie's Italian, we had reservations 3 separate days in our ultimate dining package. We've been fans of Jamie's Italian since it was first introduced on the Quantum of the Seas, where we were on the maiden voyage. The meat plank is excellent. It's included in the cost. Get that. The garlic bread is excellent. I was intrigued with the lasagna, so the waiter brought us a centerpiece of that so we could share it. I had the avocado salad. My wife had the eggplant parmigiana. And I had their signature prawn linguine, which was over-seasoned, and they quickly made a new one that was not over-seasoned, and okay. My favorite dish has always been this truffle tagliatelle, and although it was good, it had been under the hot lights just a little bit too long, so it wasn't freshly tossed, but it wasn't bad or anything like that. It still tasted very good. But between our couple of visits, we had 2 good meals. I think they were both lunches. I don't remember exactly, but before we continue on, let's stop for a minute and look at the order that we expected to like these restaurants, which one we expected to like the most and which ones we expected to like the least. And this is the order that we expected. We expected Wonderland to be our favorite, and then 150 Central Park and Jamie's to be kind of tied for second. Then the Hibachi Girls, we always liked that. Then Chopped, we always thought it was okay. And then the other 3 to be kind of, okay. And then we're going to revisit this after we're done here and see which ones we really think turned out to be our best. And the list is surprising. It's not what we thought it was going to be. So, all right, let's continue on with our next restaurant. Wonderland is a unique restaurant that premiered on the Quantum of the Seas, where we first went there. And although it's good, it's lost its wow appeal for us because it's the same as it was 5 years ago. However, it's still full of very unique dishes, such as these deviled eggs in their unique way. They're eggs in a bird's nest. These crab cones, delicious, not to be missed. This caprese salad is unlike anything you've ever tasted, and certainly the most unique presentation for such. These purple potted shrimp, I can't really describe them, but they're kind of a shrimp thing wrapped up in, they're hard to describe. Every one of the dishes is difficult to describe, but they're all a unique taste sensation. Liquid lobster, it wasn't as good as it was. The lobster was tough, and I had 3 of them, so they were all tough. Short rib is a really excellent item, and it was very good here. The branzino, my wife had that and absolutely loved it. One of the best items on the ship. All in all, excellent restaurant to go to. but it lacked the surprise element that we had been used to in the past. Chop's Grill turned out to be a very pleasant surprise. We had always been a little bit lukewarm about Chop because they don't have a ribeye, which is my personal favorite. Well, I think they do now, but they didn't before. We had a tableside Caesar salad, which is always great. This crab cake was fantastic. I also selected a specialty cut, which was a Kobe beef tenderloin. And I asked them to bring it to me so that I could see the marbleization before they cooked it. And it turned out to be one of the best steaks that I've ever had. So Chops was really a fantastic meal. So Izumi is two restaurants in one. There's the sushi side and the hibachi side. We'll do the hibachi in a little bit, but the sushi side is really good. They had these spring rolls and miso soup, both superb. And I had this udon noodle bowl, which was fantastic. And my wife had this tuna roll, the spicy tuna roll, which was excellent. And I had the chef's selection of sashimi. It looked beautiful and it tasted wonderful as well. And to top it off, I had this chocolate lava cake, not too Japanese, but this was great as well. So the sushi restaurant was fantastic. Johnny Rockets is a different story. I don't get Johnny Rockets. We went there for breakfast a couple of times and it was mediocre. But if you go there to eat, I'm not sure what the cover charge is, but I know I got presented a ticket for $17 and change, and I'm not sure if that was for one person or for two persons, but my wife had gotten a hot dog at the hot dog stand, so she came in with her hot dog, and I got a cheeseburger, onion rings, and fries, and I paid $17 and say 50 cents or whatever it was for that, and it was all lousy. So at 150 Central Park, this was a surprise hit for us. We always knew that it was good. I don't think we ever thought it was great, but we did this time. We went there a couple of times and had the lobster thermidor, which for a New Englander, this dish was okay because it's not New England lobster. The duck duo was absolutely fantastic. One of the best dishes on the ship. The short rib was fantastic. Pork belly, one of the greatest things you can eat anyway, was fantastic. Caesar salad is always delicious. Well, I shouldn't say always, but it was good here. Veal medallions, fantastic. The fried ice cream, great topper for the meal. And this hazelnut passion fruit bar was fantastic. All in all, 150 did not disappoint. Then on to Izumi Hibachi. Well, this meal really was fantastic. And I had the tenderloin, but this time the tenderloin was not Kobe beef like what I had had at 150 Central Park. However, it was just as good as what I paid a $30 or $40 upcharge at Chopped. So Izumi Hibachi was a wonderful surprise. It's time to look back at the restaurants that we dined at and compare what we thought, how we rate them now as compared to what we see here as to what we expected. Hands down, it turns out that the best was 150 Central Park, and then Izumi Hibachi, Chops Grill, then Wonderland, surprisingly, at number 4. Izumi Sushi was great, but it ends up at 5th place, as good as it was. But then the last 3 spots, they're not so good. We were kind of disappointed with the last few. So that's my review of specialty dining on Royal Caribbean, and not just for the Harmony of the Seas, because these restaurants are at most Royal Caribbean ships, and certainly most of the newer ships anyway. So, hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching.